Hi everyone, so today we're going to be doing a plan with me for the week of April 1st through the 7th. This was the week that I moved to the house I am currently in, so I'm going to be using this, well, I kind of cobbled this together from misfit sheets from ScribblePrintsCo grab bags, so I am using the Home Sweet Home full boxes. I actually do have this full kit, but I'm going to use that for a bigger move in the future. But I'm using the full boxes that came from a grab bag, along with some other sheets that also came from grab bags that are kind of in a similar color scheme. So they're just going to have to work. So probably not going to use the full box checklists because I never do. But we have a lot here. There is a lot that I don't have, like date covers and bottom washi, but I'm going to use that as an opportunity to use some Simply Gilded washi and just washi I got on eBay that I already have. So I'm going to try to use up some of my collection, so it's a good opportunity to do that. So as usual, I'm going to start by putting down the base layout, and I'm going to speed through that with music, and then we'll come back to do the voiceover for the day by day. So let's get into it. Oh, wait. Before we get into it, you might have noticed that my nails are a little different. It's because I finally took the plunge and got acrylics today. It's a funny story because the first place I went to that I had an appointment at, I went in and I kind of told her what I wanted. She was like, yeah, we can't do that. So great, thanks for that, even though it's, listed as a service on your website, but whatever. So then I went to another place, and then they did this for me. Now, you've seen my fake nails before. They are, the pink part is a bit longer, and then just the very edges are white, but the lady today said that if she did that it would look weird. Obviously it wouldn't look weird, but obviously she wasn't gonna do it, so I kind of just deferred to her. I was like, I just want them done at this point. If you say it's gonna look good, it's gonna be fine, so I'll live if it's not exactly what I want. Besides, it was pretty cheap, so, well, not pretty cheap, but like on the lower end of the spectrum. So this is what it looks like. It doesn't look terrible. I think it looks pretty decent, pretty good. She did a pretty good job. She did, cut my cuticle right here, but every single nail tech has done that when I've got to get anything done, so I kind of come to expect that. But these will do for now for the wedding that my cousin is having in a couple days. I'm leaving tonight for that, but this will look fine for that. But as like a regular everyday thing, I kind of want to learn just to do it myself, because obviously if I go to somebody, they're not going to be able to do what I want. So I want to try to experiment with doing it myself in the future. So we will see how that turns out, but kind of really disappointed by how my experience has been when I've gone to try to find somebody to do it. So we will see. I'm gonna try to find something that worked out for me. But anyway, they still look good and better than my natural nails, so that's fine. So now let's finally get into the base layout. Okay, so let's get into the day by day. Monday was a really slow day. It was April Fool's Day. I did not do anything for it. I didn't pull any pranks. I was super boring. I did work that day, pretty normal, 6:40 to 3. And I'm using simply a mess girl to mark that with a stack of paperwork. I'm getting that out right now. And below that, I'm marking that I went to CVS with a quarter box in a shopping bag, because I think I just bought vitamins. I don't think I picked up any prescriptions. But yeah, the only place I'll buy vitamins really is CVS or Amazon. And then I did some budgeting, so I'm marking that with a piggy bank that's left over from a kit I used a long time ago, I believe. And then I took a nap, so I'm marking that with a Whimsical Cat Studio Girl. And the speech bubble with Z's in it, although I know that's like redundant because there's already Z's above her head, but I don't know. I just wanted to use that because I thought it was cute. So I'm using that for nap time. And then Tuesday, it was, again, a very uneventful day, so I'm doing the thing where I take up a whole box with one thing by using washi and then layering a half box over that. The half box is left over from another kit, in case you're curious. And I'm just going to write work in the box. And I'm using Whimsical Cat Studio Girl doing some accounting to mark that. Because it was just a normal 6 to 3 work day at my bookkeeping job. And I had another nap, so I'm using an emoji from the ScribblePrintsCo sleeping to mark that. Well, if I really did sleep on my bed like that when I take naps, I would just sleep for hours. I would never get up. I also started packing some for my move the next day. Well, I guess not started. I continued packing, so I'm using a munchkin from Once More with Love to mark that. On Wednesday, I got some Starbucks at work, so I'm using an icon of a coffee mug for that. That's a pretty common design. It's not really shop specific. And then I was really tired that day. Probably didn't get enough sleep, so I'm using an emoji from the ScribblePrintsCo to mark that. I use that So Tired one a lot. I need like a whole sheet of just those. And then a Once More with Love munchkin, just drowning in receipts to mark that I worked that day. And I'm using a bed icon left over from a ScribblePrintsCo kit to mark that I took another nap, because I was so tired this week, I guess. So after work, I picked up my rental car, so I'm using a car icon for that. And then the half box is going to mark actually moving to my new house, which I did on that day. And I'm using a moving truck munchkin from Once More with Love to mark that. And then below that, I'm using a suitcase, which is it's clip art by Juju Sprinkles that I've kind of made into my own stickers, and that is to mark unpacking from the move, which I kind of started doing that day, but I mostly did it throughout the next few days because that was like nighttime and I'd work the next day, so it wouldn't have made sense to unpack it all because I had to get to sleep early. So going into Thursday, I was tired again, obviously, so I used the same emoji from the ScribblePrintsCo to mark that. And I had another nap, so I'm using a Shine Sticker Studio Girl to mark that. Yeah, I guess this week was just super repetitive days. Repetitive and uneventful except for the move. And then I'm using another munchkin from Once More with Love with a bunch of really long receipts to mark work again. I recently placed an order and bought her out of all those stickers again, because for some reason she restocked them even though they were in the to be discontinued section, so I'm just going to buy every single one that she has because I want those forever. And then I'm using a laptop to mark tracking my Instagram growth that day. I don't remember where the laptop's from. I think it may have been from a freebie, actually. I don't know which shop though, because I kind of put them all on one sheet. so I don't remember the shop's names. So I did more unpacking, so I'm using a munchkin for that from Once More With Love. It's a little munchkin carrying a bunch of boxes, which is so cute. And then we had issues with our freezer. It wasn't working. Well, my new mini freezer wasn't working that I bought, and I actually ended up returning it and getting a new one, which does work. But I was like super angry that it wasn't working, so I used a swearing emoji from the Coffee Monsters Co. I'm not gonna swear out loud in case, you know, little ears are listening, but that was a great representation of my mood. So Friday I finished unpacking, and I'm using a Sweet Davis Paper Snowball the Cat sticker to mark that. My allergies were bad, so I'm using a sick day sticker from the Coffee Monsters Co. They're bad pretty much every day, but hoping to change that. Using a laptop sticker from Monica's Marvels to mark that I placed an order from Amazon, which I do kind of a lot. And then I organized my kitchen, so I'm using more clip art stickers from Juju Sprinkles. I like how the boxes actually are labeled kitchen, so it was like perfect. I had tea that day, so I'm using a cute little mug from Coffee Monsters Co. The Pushman from Once More With Love is to mark that I updated my documents with my new address. And then I think that's an Uncommon Plans sticker that I'm using to mark that I binged YouTube that day. I'm using the same work sticker that I used earlier from Simply a Mess on Saturday to mark working. I filmed part of a haul, so I'm using a Whimsical Cat Studio sticker to mark that. And if you look closely, she is indeed filming a haul, so I like how accurate that is. And then I read some of my book. I don't remember which one it was. I didn't mark it down, but I'm using a Coffee Monsters Co. Reading in Bed sticker to mark that. Later in the day, I checked email, so I'm using a Happy Day sticker for that, layered over some washi, as I tend to do when I'm marking that, and I don't have to write anything. I cooked dinner, so I'm using a Little Star Plans cat. It's probably the first time using one of their stickers in my planner, but I really love how cute the cat is. But yeah, it's just to mark cooking dinner. And then I went to bed early, so I'm using a Happy Day Pandaru sticker with an early night script to mark that I went to bed early, which I've been doing a lot lately because I'm just so exhausted after work. So Sunday I had my cashiering shift, so I guess this was before I started bookkeeping on Sundays. I don't know. Must be. So I'm using an emoji from the Coffee Monsters Co. to mark that, and then a Toffee Bananas sticker with a girl in a rice bowl to mark that I cooked pot stickers and rice for dinner, and then a Pumpkin Paper Co. girl ordering something online to mark that I placed another Amazon order. So later in the day, I organized my bathroom, my new bathroom, so I'm using more clip art for that. I'm using a hot cocoa sticker from the Whimsical Cat Studio to mark that I had hot chocolate that day. There is a difference between hot cocoa and hot chocolate, but yeah, I guess that's kind of relevant right now. I'm using another clip art sticker to mark that I edited my work notes that day. And looking at my planner, I realized I forgot to like cross my T when I wrote edit. So just ignore that. Pretend I did. I'm gonna do it right now. I wasn't even paying attention to what I just put down, but I assume I put down another sticker of some sort. Oh yeah, the payday sticker on Thursday, because it was payday. That's from it was from Sweet Davis Paper. I'm getting so confused with all my stickers. Okay, so now in lieu of using deco, I'm using all the bows that I have saved up from ScribblePrintsCo and Coffee Doodles that are in the same color scheme, kind of. And I'm just going to pepper those all over the spread as deco. And it's kind of nice to be able to use those up because I had saved those for a long time and I wasn't sure whether I was going to be able to use those at all. But I'm glad I kind of like made a point of it. I'm going to eventually try to use up all my leftover stickers that way because I want them to actually get put to use. So yeah, that is kind of the end of that week. I do also put down the organized stuff sticker, which is from, don't ask me what kit it's from a kit I recently used. It's a printable kit. but that I'm using where I put, that I organized my bathroom. Because I really wanted to just use that sticker up because it was left over. So yeah, that just about wraps up this week. So thank you so much for watching. If you want to like, comment, subscribe, and share, that would be amazing. And I will see you in my next video. Ciao!